And Paddy a long way from them. Indy Pacific had settled at the back end of the field. 550 to go. Key to Fame, the heavily backed commodity, led 3/4 Northern Jewel before the home bend. Paris Dream is being hustled along, trying to stay on the back of Key to Fame into the corner. Fourth, Headlander Boy, 1.5, George and Ernie, followed by Liberty Rise, Someday, One Day. Key to Fame led for home at the 275. Northern Jewel sticking on. Paris Dream around the heels now, and here's Headlander Boy coming. Key to Fame in front from Headlander Boy. Indy Pacific starting to weave its way through from back in the field. Down the outside, Liberty Rise. Indy Pacific and Liberty Rise have come together. It's Liberty Rise the outside, Indy Pacific. Liberty Rise, Indy Pacific, little in it. Leave it to the judge. Not sure between this pair. And then Key to Fame, who got a bit tired late in a photo with Headlander Boy in this life. They were followed by Paris Dream, who weakened late in the race. Paddy, next contestant, were followed home then by George and Ernie, the tiring Northern Jewel, Someday, One Day, and the big fellow Star Bay. Placings here, looks as though Liberty Rise might have got a dive in it. Indy Pacific on the outside. Liberty Rise, Troy Turner. Carberry on Indy Pacific. It'll get the money on the outside. Liberty Rise. Number 5, Liberty Rise has got home from Indy Pacific, which has glided its way through between horses. And Key to Fame holds third from Headlander Boy. And In This Life and Paddy behind them. It's 5 and 11 currently in the semaphore in 124.07. 124.07. And we'll check the 600 sectional in just a couple of moments. Liberty Rise put in a very good run in the Starstruck in a black type race when resuming from a short break. Only had that little gap between runs after a Northern winner, very decisive. It was over Indy Pacific, funnily enough. And on that occasion came from a long way back. And these two again have locked horns for the second time with once again only a very narrow margin between them. Liberty Rise 15.10, 340. It really got the shutters in the market. Indy Pacific 3 and Key to Fame $1.30. Short half head, one length of the margins. And the section looks to be a very sharp 33.90. Liberty Rise for Colin Webster, B. Webster, P. Dinnison, Paz Michelle Princey, P. King, Miss Kay Broughton, and Mrs. J. B. and P.J. Hutchinson. Colin Webster, the trainer, ridden by Troy Turner. 11, Indy Pacific by Blackfriars, out of prime again for A and Mrs. E. Bott. Pat Carberry, the rider, for Alan Matthews, and Key to Fame, who they had plenty on, by Al Maher from Keys, for Jared Gregg, Mrs. Kay Lockridge, Mrs. S and DJ White, Jason Caroni, Aaron Mitchell aboard for the Simon Miller stable. Headlander Boy, fourth home, and a short half head, the official winning margin. So it's 6 victories and 25 for Liberty Rise, scoring at its third run in this preparation. Race 7, the feature, the Miss Andretti Stakes at listed level at 5 to 5 this afternoon. There are no changes as Mark Olmos joins one of the greats of WA, Colin Webster.
He certainly is, Darren, and he's very happy, and some very happy connections as well. Liberty Rise winning at a nice price. Gee, when you look at that price and you look at her, she's promised a little bit better than 15 to 1. She's a lot better than that.
Yes, she's been a very promising mare, and most of her runs are very good, except last start we were disappointed. We thought she could have done a lot better. However, she was able to be ridden a bit closer today than normal, and got home.
And it was a nice ride from Troy there as well, keeping the faith there. Gee, she peeled out and she looked like she had it in her grasp, but the one on the inside of her, Alan's kicked on, so she's got a bit of toughness there as well, Cole.
Yeah, well, we had a great tussle at Northern a few weeks ago, Pacific Indy and our mare, and we just beat it there, so they've become keen rivals, I think.
This was 1,400 metres. Cole, do you step back up to 1,600 metres, potentially beyond? She's a mare by Blackfriars.
Mark, what I'd have to look at is the program and just see what races are available for her. But I wouldn't worry about going to 16 if we needed to.
Do you chase a little bit more black type again? You went to the Starstruck. Can you try to pinch a bit of black type with her?
Well, there's not much in her class, really. So we stepped way out of our class in the Starstruck, and she still ran a good race. But we're probably a bit optimistic, I think.
Well, Cole, keep picking off the wins with this mare. She's doing a great job for you. Well done.
Thank you very much, Mark.
winning trainer there, Colin Webster. We'll have a quick chat with Troy Turner, the winning rider. Great to see Troy back into the winner's circle. Troy, she gave you a lovely feel, and she ran down Indy Pacific once again.
Yeah, that's right. He sort of levelled up with us, but we managed to fight back and beat it. But she doesn't make things easy, but it's good that she got over the line.
Yeah, it certainly was, but she did show a little bit of toughness, a little bit of grit towards the line. She didn't really show that last start or the start before.
No, she's not an easy horse to ride. She can get out of the ground, and sometimes she can lose a bit of ground on the corner. But today I was lucky enough to be close enough to pounce on him, and she done the rest.
I've already asked Cole, but what does she give you the feeling of 1,400 metres or 1,600 metres? Can she get back out there?
Well, she's won over a mile. She's ran well over miles, but still think 14 is probably her best distance at this stage.
And Smoko later on in the Miss Andretti Stakes, of course, the next race. How do you rate his chances?
His runs have been very honest, all preparation, and the problems he's had over the past is hopefully he can do something today. It'd be good to win one of these races for the connections.
And just quickly, Troy, Jordan over in Melbourne, you must be wrapped and very proud of the way he's going at the moment.
Yeah, he's enjoying it over there, so he's getting a good go, and hopefully he can stick it out.
Well done, Troy, and best of luck next race.
Thank you very much.
Winning rider Troy Turner there in race number 6 of the day.